There we go.
Okay.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages old enough to watch this show, this is the Three Good Guys podcast, and we are ready to hop into another fun episode. Let's get these introductions out the way so we can get to one of my favorite parts of the day, the juice. My name is Miles. His name?
Rodney.
His
How are we
name?
recording? Sound.
It's recording on here.
Oh, sound and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, guys. Let's start that over.
LB.
And that's the best introduction he's ever gave. And for that reason, we're going to keep it going.
Yeah, because I cut him off before he can get there.
Did we just find something?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We just got to get to it.
Yeah, okay. We found something there.
Yeah.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are the Three Good Guys, and we appreciate you watching. Pretty please. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, definitely share this with somebody, and then comment, especially this next part, because y'all, we got the juice. Juice. And this juice today is courtesy of Ocean Spray.
Okay.
This right here, we got the berry splash. This is cranberry,
Look cold too.
strawberry, and raspberry.
I'm looking forward to
The
it.
berry splash. I'm gonna let you have that one right there, and you can pour
One,
a
two,
couple.
three berries. I like that.
And I got another one if it's not enough.
All them antioxidants, you know?
And you know what I'm
we need
saying?
that.
Don't hurt yourself right
Come
there.
on, man. Struggle.
Mercy. What they put on these things?
It's all right. The Lord gave you strength. You made it through. Yeah, go on.
Hold on,
Get into
go
it. Nah,
ahead,
he got it perfect. It's right there.
I'll let you
Okay,
have that one.
there you
Hopefully that
go.
was enough. I didn't hear it.
Shout out to Leonard for, preparing these wonderful drinks for us.
Here you go, Miles. Take the rest there. Don't spill
Beautiful.
on my
Look at
expensive
that.
stuff,
And I
man.
think you did pretty proportionate.
Yeah,
there,
the
too.
portion was pretty good, actually.
Man, you did a good job. Yeah, I like
All
that.
right, y'all.
I
Here are the
appreciate
rules.
y'all
We're
not
gonna
hating
we're gonna
on me
try a
today.
juice today. We're going to allow a sip. We're gonna give one word. Then we're gonna rate and talk about it.
Let's do it.
Y'all ready?
Let's go.
We got sips on 3, 2, 1.
Okay. We're supposed to be cheersing, but okay, it's good enough. Flat.
Flat. Okay. What you got? You have to try it again.
For the people out there, again, this is the Berry Splash Ocean Spray, cranberry, strawberry, and raspberry flavor.
Light.
I think that's the word I was looking for.
That's a good
I
word.
think that's the word I was looking for.
Because my word was gonna be diet.
Yeah.
Diet.
What is that all together?
what's
We got
that?
flat, light, diet. You know what? Absolutely. That's
It don't make it bad.
it doesn't
not
make
bad.
it bad. It is refreshing.
It is. Especially
cold.
If you
It's
was
cold.
like out running and came in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
it's not a bad drink.
It's getting finished.
I'm a definitely.
Definitely
Yeah.
finished.
I'm gonna
It's
give it
finished.
I'll give it a 7.55.
7.55. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I think last week
I think
this is
better.
is
Is
it
than last
better?
week. Yeah.
I think it is.
This is
I think
definitely
it's
going-
better. I'm giving mine a higher rating than last
I'm
week.
going 7. I'm going 7.7.
Okay.
Oh well, you
I
guys
like
are getting up there. It's almost an 8. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 7.5 last week. Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going 7.3. 7.3. Last
Really?
week I gave it like a
You're going
6.5.
Wimbenyama, right?
It's something like that. I'm gonna give it 7.4 in honor of Victor.
Yeah,
you know what
okay,
I'm saying?
gotcha. There you go.
7.4 in honor
So
of
it,
Victor.
it's not nasty. You would just think it's a lot sweeter than it is.
Yeah, I expected a different
And if
juice.
you don't
Oh, yeah.
like sweet stuff, this would be perfect. Like if you
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those people like, oh, don't give me this too sweet, this would be perfect.
Yeah, because this almost, now I don't like sugar free. This almost tastes sugar free,
Oh yeah.
but not.
But I'm
Yeah.
definitely finishing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
this,
for
this is
sure.
going down.
Yeah, it kind of gives me like, you know that like sugar-free Jello or like Jello.
Yeah, it got
you know
the
how Jello
sugar-free-
has like the hint of the flavor, but it's
Yeah.
not like
Like it was
super-
made next to something with flavor.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't got the flavor, but it
Yeah.
was close to it.
Mhm, like the
Yeah.
flavor was just whispered over.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. That's what it's
it.
like.
I mean, but let me be clear. I do like it. I like
yeah.
it better than last week's drink,
Yeah.
which I also didn't say was nasty, but last week only got a 6.5. This one is almost a full point higher.
A 6.5 isn't nasty. It's
It's
just
Yeah.
It's just meh.
It's a little bit better than like, okay, I could never drink this again.
yeah. Because anything
Yeah.
under 5, I think that's what.
Yeah,
we
that's
get
when
to
you
nasty.
start getting bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this right here,
I got
listen.
an interesting juice for next week. I don't know if it's somebody else's turn, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
I got something in the
Quick
bag
story
for y'all.
time. I think I told y'all, but I haven't told them. I was going to do the juice one week, and I went to the store in the British section, and I bought the juice, and I came home, and I got ready to try it because I wanted to, try it before y'all tried it, and I poured it in a cup, and something told me to look at it. Well, that was concentrate.
Oh, you would have had us over here having sugar beaties instantly, brother. We would have.
I'm thinking it's gonna say shake. Well, it said add water.
Yeah, man.
I think it's still in there.
How thick was this juice?
It wasn't really thick. It's not thick at all. It's still in there. I'll get it for you after the show so you can see it. And then I'm gonna throw it away. It's just
man. Well, listen, that's the juice today. What was that flavor again?
One more time. This is berry splash, cranberry, strawberry, and raspberry flavor. See, when you tell me it's 3 different berries, I'm expecting.
Yeah, I was expecting more, but that's from Ocean Spray. So we thought it was going to be different. Admittedly, I thought it was going to be better. I'm not going to lie, but this feels more on if you're trying to lose weight, but you can't get rid of your sweet tooth. This might be an option.
Definitely
for you.
not. Oh, there it is, right there. See, look, that don't look like concentrate. Good, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to try this soon.
Does that look like concentrate to you?
This does not look like concentrate.
Nah. Why would it come in a bottle like this too?
We're not gonna say what that is. Don't show it yet.
Yeah, I won't show it, but
yeah. And I bought 2 of them.
But we got to try that one of these days.
it says 0 grams of sugar. So I mean,
That don't sound good.
We should be good. No sugar, no added sugar.
Yeah, it's from Europe. Everything from Europe is nasty, so I was just curious.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out.
We're gonna try it out.
Yeah. Thank you, babe.
Continued.
Appreciate that.
Let me get back into this picture.
Guys.
But
Let's have
now
some
that we got the
discussion.
juice out the way, we got some good times. Listen, there was apparently a State of the Union address.
Absolutely.
And these here United States of America. All 50 of these here United States and the other territories that we own were forced to sit and listen to the president. Except for me. I didn't listen to it at all, okay? But the rest of the country was listening to it, and so we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give my very educated opinion.
Politics is my favorite television show.
It's a good show.
It's really is my favorite.
This season is absolutely
This season is insane.
The drama and the comedy.
I like
recently.
to start off with the fact that this season started with a promise to not go to war.
Yeah.
As we're currently
only lasting
military actions. I don't know
how many episodes in the season. 12 episodes in the season.
But anyways, I did watch the State of the Union address. Admittedly, so I fell asleep on it. It was long. It was the longest State of the Union address ever. I think that he spoke for an hour and 45 minutes. There's no reason to do that. Yeah. But it was just a lot of like, look how great America is. It was some really proud moments for me. He had Team USA from the hockey come out because Canada always winning gold, so they came out.
Shout out to Team USA.
Yeah, shout out Team USA. The Democrats didn't applaud.
You could have just hit the clock thing.
Oh yeah.
He don't know which one it is.
He don't know. Wah, wah, wah. It don't even got sound. He pressed the button. It make no sound.
Dang.
But what you notice is it didn't matter what he said. Democrats were gonna go completely against it.
So wait. So the Democrats didn't applaud the Team USA?
They didn't stand like everybody.
Why would you not stand for the people that represent your country?
It didn't matter what he said. He talked about a man that it's like 100 years old. He's a veteran, 100 years old or whatever. And like the Republicans clapped and everything for him, and the Democrats was just like, no.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
Well, I'll give some pushback on
Go for it.
The reason why I think maybe they didn't stand. Well, this is the thing. I was talking to someone about this earlier today, actually, and there was another clip of him stating, he said, stand if you agree with this statement or somewhere around the...
I was definitely getting to that statement.
Which we can get into that, but it's kind of difficult. I put my mind in their shoes. Now, would I stand? Yes, I would.
It was a very basic statement.
Yeah.
Let's just say what the statement was. He said, stand if you agree that your first job is to protect American citizens and not illegal aliens.
Which absolutely, as American government, that's exactly
what I want my government to do.
I wonder, are they still proud to be Americans?
We'll get into that. Let me finish by saying this. Yeah, but I want to get like that. Make sure we keep that in the pocket there. But so when it comes to Donald Trump, exactly right. Donald Trump, we can all agree, not a great person.
Polarizing.
Polarizing.
Yeah.
Would I put him in example or for anything?
Absolutely
Probably not. No.
No.
Now,
Don't be like him.
so when someone has said crazy stuff about you, your colleagues, about
You
people who
remember
have
what he
passed
said
away
on the bus? Grab him by the.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that was
like
bananas.
but I mean,
He
we're talking
should've never
about
made it to
like
president
how
after
he's
how he got
how he's addressed people who have died on the left or crazy, like
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff, or even people who have died on the right that maybe didn't agree with him
Was
all the
on
way.
his- yeah.
Like when you're a person who's talked about your constituents or people around you so much, like who would want to stand in anything in support of you?
I
Like,
know.
and even if it is something that may be true or maybe something that we respect, I can still respect it and not stand because I don't like you.
But see,
But this is the thing. You're absolutely right when everything is made about him, because whenever something good does happen, it can't even be addressed as like that's a good thing because they don't want to give him credit for anything. But I would I'm trying to put, if I'm in my own shoes and somebody's been talking dog crap about me for like the last 4 or 5 years,
you don't care about what he say. It don't matter what he say.
If he says something nice that I agree with, I'm not going to go out of my way to be like, yeah, he did a nice thing. I'm not, because I don't care about this person.
But here's my take on this though. This isn't people just with their personal relationships. These are the people that are leading this country.
For sure.
When you say something about this country, forget who's in office. It's the office that you respect.
There was one Democrat that stood up. I forget his name. It's the dude that always wear the hoodies. You know what I'm talking about? Really tall white guy. He stood up because he was like, I agreed with the statement. I really like him, by the way, too. Really,
Exactly.
I can't remember his name right now.
That's what I'm saying though. I don't understand how you can be in political positions for this country. Whichever, if you are a Democrat or Republican, it is for America.
Yeah.
And then someone says something about America that is good for America, and you don't stand. You don't.
It's kind of like getting advice from somebody who is like terrible.
Somebody whose life you don't want to
Exactly.
follow. You like,
and they're giving you advice, and it's just like, yeah, this advice probably is good advice, but it's just like I can't receive it from you. And that's a personal issue with people. And I think there's very many different reasons why people didn't stand, even aside from that. Like, come on, politicians, they have people.
They have constituents they got to answer to.
Exactly.
You cannot stand with Trump. It don't matter what you say.
Exactly.
I was getting ready to say that.
Exactly.
So, but I think honestly, and I was listening to Stephen A. talk about it too, that I think Trump did it deliberately to make them look bad.
Yeah.
Like it was a well thought. He was like, they're
Absolutely.
not going to stand. He was like, what's the most American thing I could say that they won't stand to? And it strengthened his base.
Exactly.
Like his base saw that and was like,
Oh yeah,
Democrats are crazy.
they were talking. Listen,
Yeah.
I've got people that have
That
been
man's
told me
smart.
today. Like I'm like, yeah, it's working.
It's working.
It's
been
absolutely-
working for
And everything
9
about
years.
everything about this presidency, and since Obama got out of office, it's been all about divisiveness. Like, what can we do to divide
100%.
people even more every day?
It's been so divisive.
That's why, like, nobody can ever get like. Granted, these are important things to talk about, right? But nobody can ever get past one thing to get into the next. For instance, I heard somebody give a comment around like, "Oh, if you're a Democrat, there's no way you can be a Christian
I hate that statement
because
with a passion.
of abortion." Like that's the only. But I'm like,
that's the
there's-
only thing on the ballot?
Exactly. Like
I feel
there's
it.
so much more than abortion.
Although I am very pro-life, but
Exactly.
but yeah,
we
I get
all
what
are
you're
very
saying.
pro-life. But this is the thing. It's like there's so much. So as I can't stand Donald Trump is
A deplorable human being.
yes. I wouldn't elect him to any type of office. I wouldn't let him be an usher at my church. Like he
You
couldn't
can't hold the door open.
listen. Based upon what he's done now, of course, we all believe in grace and mercy. If he corrects his ways, of course,
He
can
gonna have
whatever.
to do a lot of repenting.
He's gonna have to do a ton of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing is, especially with, and we'll get into other stuff, but my issue is with people. It's like there has to be some place you get to understand what's happening, and like, yeah, you got to understand what's happening behind just what is being said, like to some degree. everything can't just be face value because like you're gonna be easily gullible for
Every time.
Every time. You gotta be able to do more research. You gotta be able to look past the headlines.
One thing that I'm not ashamed to say that I'm very right leaning. But one thing that the Democrats were shouting back when he said, stand if you agree with the statement, they were saying, you killed Americans. Talking about the two individuals who were killed in Minnesota. And I'm like, he didn't tell ICE, go down there and shoot Americans.
Exactly.
Like there's a difference. Now, I think it got out of hand. I think there could have been different things done, but we can go back and forth on that later. But I'm not going to say he was like, all right, these are your instructions. Go kill America. Because if it was, it would have been a lot more than two.
For sure. But I think Donald Trump's been running his whole campaign on the fact that he doesn't necessarily say the thing. And it's just like, when is insinuation, like, and I'm not saying he insinuated to kill anybody, but when is, as far as the treatment of a certain class of people.
Because he didn't say storm the Capitol.
Exactly.
But he sure riled them up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's all with purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I don't listen. This isn't a Donald Trump thing. He's the topic of the category because he is the current sitting president, and a lot of news is on him. I don't like politicians. I don't like politicians.
Bro, they're professional liars,
Exactly.
bro. All of them.
Because my next statement is this, like, even past the Trump, and we can come back to this, but getting past Trump, whenever his term ends, if he allows it to, we'll see what happens. Yeah, as people are speculating. I don't think it's going to get to that point, but we'll see.
I doubt it.
I doubt he wants to be president all
the
day.
Die before his term is over. He's kind of old.
Yeah. But you know how people are saying like, when Biden was in office, dictator. Obama was still president. Technically, I'm just like, they're all gonna think the same. They're gonna say the same thing that they were fighting the right leaners on. The left leaners on about Obama still being president. And left leaners gonna say like, Trump is still in power.
I wish
people
he was
just don't
still
know.
President because my goodness, that was a terrible administration.
Oh my goodness, man, ridiculously terrible. But anyway, once we get past this, my fear is, after this happens, because it's been so extreme with Donald Trump, like just the whole dynamic.
Do we get back to normal?
No, I don't think so. I think if a left-leaning president gets in office, it's going to be one of the harshest left-leaning. It's going to be
nobody on the left's winning. Nobody.
I don't think so.
Don't have only left person is Stephen A. Smith. He's the only one with a chance.
But I mean, is he a Democrat?
Yeah, he's a Democrat.
I don't know, man.
I think he said he's independent.
He's an independent, but he identifies if he run, it would be.
See, this is what I think the left, and they shouldn't do this, but this is what I think they're probably going to try to do, is try to fight fire with fire, as far as like, okay, we'll get the most irrational left-leaning person.
Idea.
It's not going to work. This is what I think a lot of people on the left don't understand. When it comes to our current president being irrational, because he is certainly irrational about some things, but he is standing 10 toes on some things that are just fact. And because the left doesn't like him, they're going against fact. And everybody who can say this is fact is leaving their party, or at least leaving voting for their party, even if they still ultimately want to be there.
But the fact, the thing is, the facts that he presents are like baseline facts. But the other facts that he runs on is just to kind of rile the base up. Like, for instance, the quote unquote fact, which is not a fact, it's literally false. But he said like it's somewhere around 30 million immigrants that came in during the Biden presidency, which is
the number
ridiculous.
changes every time he talks.
Oh yeah,
I'm just like, that is. There's no
way. The number
way.
changes every time he talks.
But this is my point though. So that's not true. That number's not true. What is true? Way too many people came over.
Not really. Compared to other.
Bro, I live in Frisco. I'm telling you right now, way too many people came over.
I think
Frisco got a different. They got the HB1.
Well, this is the thing.
Going on.
This is the thing. There's growth in areas, obviously. So like, immigrants are coming over, but then there's like a net as far as like coming over and people that are here and then gone, right? And of course, if you're gonna compare Texas cities as far as like growth and immigration, obviously it's just growing. Period in Texas.
Yeah, like
everybody's
crazy.
coming here.
And they can go back.
It's ridiculous.
And I'm not talking about foreigners. I'm talking about Americans.
Everybody
You can go back to Kansas. You can go back to California. Y'all can go back to
Well,
wherever
we'll be
the
right
heck y'all
along
came.
with them because that's where we from.
We came here a long
Yeah,
time
see,
ago.
nah,
Yeah,
don't matter.
2008.
Bro,
bro,
this is
nah.
different. This is
But
way
anyways, nah, it's
But this is what I want to say about Trump and about Democrats. I've seen a lot of Democrats get like more boisterous and louder and stuff because that's what Trump does and Trump won. I don't like that about Trump.
me neither.
And I don't want to see the next person come.
be more like him.
Yeah.
Don't
But
be
see,
like what
this
we
is
don't
the
like.
thing. This is the thing.
I get why they do it because it's like, well, he won with it, but I'm like,
But that's not why he won.
He won with that is because he allowed a certain subsection of people to feel like they were being heard. And this is why I say this. Trump don't know what he's talking about half the time. And the thing is, when they see somebody like him who don't know what he's talking about half the time, but then gets rowdy and like uses the same basic talking points that people sit
It
at the couch
resonates.
with, it resonates. It's easier for them to understand.
Mhm.
And also, to of course, there's other factors in with him that allow people or that make people feel more connected to him. His color, his all that kind of stuff, his success, whatever. And so whenever you can make a section of people feel seen, sure they're gonna ride for you. Absolutely gonna ride for you. It's a lot simpler than that. Now, of course, I'm not saying that his administration is just run on pure like stupidity. Like there's people behind him that are
know what they're
doing that know what they're doing that are doing some good things. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't say his like if to say his entire presidency is a fail as far as like what the administration did is incorrect. You can't say that. But you can have a lot of opinions on other things in regards to him. But anyways, when you are a polarizing person and you hold the highest office in the nation and you make people like 40-year-old folks who live in Hodunk feel like they okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like that's what you get.
But I've seen like a lot of politicians start cursing now. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's not
stop,
cool.
yo.
It's not
Stop. He did it. He won with it. You're not going to win with
It's
that.
not
Like,
cool.
that's
Exactly.
not.
Like part of the reason why Trump won, honestly, is because of how far left the left went. And so most of the people on the right
So it's
were
gonna-
just with him because he was on the right.
It's going to be an overcorrection.
Oh, exactly.
It always.
Overcorrection. And there's some very, really basic things like finances. There's a lot of people who are, Stephen A. Smith made it very clear he's one of the people. He is socially liberal, but he's fiscally conservative. Anytime you start talking about taking money out of his pockets, it doesn't matter what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
Now you are wrong.
As a
so you can
taxpaying
have
American, I
you
know
can have
exactly
all these
what you're
other
saying.
crazy things happening, but because you are protecting my actual pockets, I guess you get my vote, and we can work on the other.
You know, he
stuff
left
later.
New York too.
Stephen A.
Yes.
He moved out.
Yeah.
He's in
it wouldn't
Miami.
Oh well.
New York is crazy. And Mondani talking about
But
raising
that's
property
my,
tax.
but that's my point, though. This is why Trump can say so many ridiculous things, because there's a few basic things that are just
I agree.
obvious that he stands on that the other side isn't. So then it doesn't matter what all the other
this
side
is
is
the
talking
thing.
about.
Like the left has held a lot of power in prior years before Trump's presidency. I mean, I'm not gonna say every year. There was a good
We had
time
back to back
frame.
Obama.
Yeah, you had a good time frame, right? Of more so left leaning, of course. Before then, you had Bush and Clinton and everything like that. But I think there was America was a little bit more liberal in those standards. Of course, liberalism now compared to what it was 10
Completely
years ago
different.
is different.
Completely different.
Or it's equated differently now. But and when we had like a lot of things didn't go well enough for everyone, and that basically set up to put somebody like Trump in office.
Mm-hmm.
And like honestly, as a organization, like as a government, like the government has themselves to blame, and that's left and right leaning people to the reason why. Like if they don't like Trump in office, like they got to look at themselves in as far as how they treated American people, how the American people don't have a real trust for the government, and so
Yeah.
that was the biggest pieces that I've heard, and like I kind of agreed with too. initially with Trump before Trump was a little bit crazy, but like he just gotten crazy over the years. I can't even.
He older and he not trying to run again.
Exactly.
So
he gonna let it all hang out at this point. But like you set the stage for somebody that to come in because people are like, well, I need somebody to shake something up because these politicians are being dishonest. Things are happening, inflation, whatever. Like I can't maintain my home and like all this stuff. Like I need somebody that's going. And so sometimes we do fall in love with a person. Like I'm gonna do all the things.
Well,
I'm gonna do everything.
radicalism always comes out of desperation.
Exactly.
Like Hitler.
Sure.
I know people love to compare him to Hitler, and I don't compare him to Hitler. But Hitler came into power because people were poor and hungry and desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Radicalism always comes.
Exactly.
But I want to talk just briefly about war.
Okay.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys know, we recently launched some attacks against Iran, and we're going to launch even more. Got even more going. But how do you guys feel about us going or us participating in this?
Well, my thought is this. We were told before that there were weapons of mass destruction somewhere, and there weren't.
Well, that's a fact. We had to go get that oil.
But if they are out there working on building weapons of mass destruction.
Well, it wasn't weapons of mass destruction that they were building up. So what happened is, as you guys know, last year we actually attacked Iran to destroy their nuclear.
Yeah.
And they've rebuilt it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a weapon of mass destruction.
But that's not, I mean, yes, that's true. But what we're really doing is attacking their short range ballistics because they were building that as well. And if they had built that up so strong, then they can go ahead and build their nukes and nobody could do nothing about it because they would have had everybody in a chokehold with their short range ballistics.
So yeah.
But
So
PBS News, which I think is kind of it's not right leaning, you know what I'm saying? But they said that as of early 2026, Iran has intensified its uranium enrichment to 60% purity, a level that is directly below weapons grade. So
yeah,
they were building a nuke, and I don't trust them with a nuke.
So this was my point. If they are indeed taking steps and taking actions to build nuclear weapons, it needs to be eliminated. It needs to be stopped.
That is a fact.
And the only way to stop that in this situation is warfare.
I think the real issue is how he went about it. You know, he didn't notify Congress, but nobody ever does.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
Like,
but I mean, whatever the case may be, you ask how I feel about it. If that is true, then he needed to do what he did.
And you know, Iran as a government sponsors terrorism around the globe.
Yeah, I was listening to some
that's
stuff.
how terrorists get the money. They get it from Iran. Iran sells oil and sends the money to terrorists. Iran had to be dealt with at some point in time.
Yeah, and I heard that that's been happening for a long
they are state sponsored. They state sponsored terrorism.
Yeah, and so like if the things that I've been hearing are true, if it's true how people actually felt about their supreme leader, if it's true that people are actually celebrating in the streets that him and his family were dealt with the way they were dealt with, if it's true that they were going to build nuclear weapons, and I would never trust people who are okay with suicide bombing with nuclear weaponry. I can't trust it. I'm sorry. If all that stuff is true, then somebody had to do something about Iran, and whoever did it, thank you for doing it.
Yeah, so I've seen Americans that were like protesting it and stop the bombs, and I've seen Iranians in the streets celebrating.
That's how much disconnected we are from like the rest of the world as far as how people feel about their government. I know an Iranian woman who's born and raised in Iran, whose mother and father still lives in Iran, and she would tell me all the time she cannot stand the government. She would tell me, this is unprovoked, we have conversations.
Yeah.
Like she couldn't stand it. She left with her son to get out of this situation because she loves her country in the sense that she has some type of allegiance to it as far as
probably from where
she's from and the good times when things weren't as bad. But they left specifically because of that. because their son would have had to they would have required to be in the army at a certain age and everything like that. And she was just like, it was just too detrimental. Like, we could not live in that situation. And so people on the left hear that kind of stuff and they kind of brush it off because of the presidency or because of the administration. They're thinking there's got to be some underlying thing. Now, when it comes to underlying things, I believe there is probably some. Like, I've heard, now this is not factual stuff, but this is just things that I've heard in regards to Israel's hand in kind of possibly forcing our hand to do what
Israel
we need to
did
do.
force us.
Yeah.
Israel said we're going ahead and we're doing it. And America said, well, shoot, they've already said if they get attacked, they're coming after us. So we're going to, whatever, what's his name? Win Benyama.
Bibi.
Bibi Netanyahu.
Yeah.
I don't like that guy, but we can get
whatever
into that.
he wants, he gets.
And that's a problem, though.
That's what I'm
I think that's
saying.
a problem for America.
No,
though.
it is a problem for America.
Like, Israel's a big problem for America. I don't know what this special allegiance is to it, but I can kind of understand why. It has a lot to do with money and everything. But anyway,
how powerful
It's the
is
one.
Israel
It's
really?
the one Democrat spot in the Middle East, though. So it's where we get our stronghold. over there.
So we can't.
But we don't got a stronghold if they are telling us what to do.
exactly.
You know?
And then the aside from that too, from what I heard, now of course I don't know how accurate this is. There was an interview that I saw online of a gentleman who I believe is ex-CIA, but basically heard through somebody that Israel, which they've told us that they don't have any type of nuclear weaponry, but from what I heard from that, the gentleman said is he basically heard word or something in around that there is nuclear weaponry that they own. And they were saying, if you guys don't get involved, we'll just use it
Ooh.
on Iran, basically.
Ooh. Well, if we're going to do the rumor mill, I got some rumors too.
So with that, I mean, of course, that I don't take that with the ultimate grain of salt. But if that happens, of course, that will push our hand because we don't want nuclear war. We don't want to spark up a world war. Because if a nuke go out, it's going to get ugly.
Yeah.
And I mean, not ugly to where it's going to be the ugly where pray if we go you know, everybody talking about when war come around. Oh, pray. Oh, we pray. Listen, if a nuke go out, guys, that unloads a lot of things.
You think if a nuke gets sent towards America, do you think it reaches us?
I don't know how all that works. I haven't researched it.
I wouldn't imagine so.
It's not something I want to.
I don't want to find out.
But like honestly, it would from what my not great understanding of it, but somewhat understanding of it. So if a nuke would go out, yes, there will be countermeasures to make sure the nuke would be detonated before it reached American soil. But it'll be a game of like, I don't think nobody sends out a nuke without knowing that fact. Like, if there's paired, like for instance, America has the most nukes, you know,
far.
Yeah.
of course. But
And we're the only person to use them.
yeah. But jointly, if there's joint forces against America, we don't got the most nukes in the sense that, you know, if multiple different places would fire, there would be multiple different interferences that would have to happen. And then the possibility of something landing on American soil is like a lot higher. But all that to say, Israel, I believe, is a bigger problem than people think. I think a lot of left-leaning people, like far left-leaning people, understand that. But yeah, Israel has their hands in way too many things in our country, and I don't like that because if Trump, that's the counter offer I would get. If Trump is an American, they're gonna call me
anti-Semite.
Yeah, listen, I'm talking about the Israel guy. I don't care if you're Jewish, whatever.
You better be careful.
I'm talking about Israel as far as their influence over the presidency. Is too much. So if Trump is saying America
did y'all
first,
see Floyd Mayweather talking about some I stand with Israel? Y'all didn't see that clip?
man, he getting paid.
Bro, he was like, I just want y'all to know. He's like at some event that Floyd Money Mayweather will always stand with Israel. I'm like, how much he get paid for that?
Does he even know where Israel is?
That's like when in any fashion. Like if you're a hardcore, listen, no, not even that. If you're just a hardcore American, right? When do you ever need to like announce that you're standing with another country?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like unless like Jewish people are being genocided, which they are not. Now they could be somewhat under attack, and I can understand that part. Like I think I would only announce standing with a certain country if like something crazy is going on like that. But I don't know, man. It's insane.
This is for y'all.
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Okay, you remember what Dave
Cut the
Chappelle
check.
said at the end
Cut
of
the
his?
check.
Yeah, exactly. You remember what Dave Chappelle said at the end of his stand-up?
What's
This most
that?
recent one?
I don't think I've seen it. I haven't seen it.
So he said, we're going to have an international sign that I'm going to give to all of you guys when it's time to stop listening to me. And that sign is,
When
I stand with
Israel.
Exactly.
I mean, I took the money.
exactly. So after everything I say after that,
Cut it
don't
off.
listen. But that's literally it, bro.
That's
Like
crazy,
that's
bro.
a problem. And Israel literally has millions of dollars for stuff just like that. They pump money into pro-Israel propaganda.
It showed, I forget what it was.
So much.
If I would have known we was going this route, I would have prepared for it, because there was a report that came out showing how much they were paying people for tweets. The state of Israel was paying Americans for like pro-Israel tweets.
Yeah,
Crazy, right?
it's insane.
It's bananas. But y'all mind switching topics?
Yeah, so but to close that out,
I got one more thing I got to say about it.
yeah,
Like,
go
this is
ahead,
my rumor mill.
Go ahead.
Donald Trump Jr. is apparently invested in a drone company that we are using to
Of course he
send
is.
ballistics over there.
Of course. he
yeah,
is.
of course. But that's
Money,
the thing.
money, money.
They come. Listen, you get to getting into office is the cash grab of the
It
century.
is, bro.
You know, all them people that's lobbying for it. Yeah, throw this out there. Yeah, give us some tax breaks. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, and then
I'm
you disguise
surprised
it all
approximately
as
not at all.
you disguise it all as America first, but it's really you first.
You first.
Come on now.
And if you get some scraps, America, then
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
take credit.
I'll take credit for the scraps. I'll do a couple things here and there so it can really seem like I'm interested in what y'all are getting, but I'm really not. I'm just interested in mine and my friends' stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah.
God
And
bless
these are reasons
America.
why we could never be Trumpers. Like
Nah.
Yeah.
I can't be like super excited about a president who I don't think the president is actually for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That don't even
But
make
you'd be
sense to me.
surprised. There's very few presidents that was actually for the people.
But
That's
I'm
phased
not
out
surprised.
year over year over year.
And the last one was Kennedy.
You think
Yeah.
so?
They got rid of him
Yeah, exactly.
quick.
And Bobby probably going to be president.
Yeah, they got rid of him
Got
before
rid
he
of him
got
before he
started.
can get
Yep.
there. Crazy.
Yeah.
But
What's next on the agenda? That was
Yeah.
fun. I didn't know it was going to go that
yeah,
far.
we were talking about our president and his delulu-ness and
Delusion.
and
Yeah.
people on both sides of the aisle.
That
and how,
was a great segue.
Yeah.
how delulu they can be, right?
Yeah.
And so somebody brought up something else that was completely different, but also very delusional. All right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a basketball player who was never anything close to the name that he dropped. Okay.
I don't even know what his stats was.
I don't
Wait,
even.
let me say this.
Hold on.
If you made it to the NBA, you are better than I could have ever been a day in my life. But what we about to say about you still true. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Exactly.
Okay. So, and this isn't to disrespect the guy, but the truth of the matter is the name that he dropped, he was never, not even in high school, ever close to this
Just
guy.
tell the story.
Okay. And so he was on the podcast and he was talking about his time when he was in an NBA game and he scored like 15 points in a quarter. And he said that it was easy. And eventually he was like, I can get 81.
Yeah.
And then the people that he was talking to was like, what 81? Like, what you talking? You get 81 what? And he said, Kobe's 81. 81 points in a game.
Well, you ain't never doing that.
At which point the podcast host shut the podcast down. He was like, okay, that's the end of things here. Clearly we've gone too far because this man is clearly out of his mind. He's delusional.
for sure.
My
But-
bad, fam, I'm fixing it right
Hey,
now
see,
for you.
appreciate
I'm
that,
feeling
big
the
dog.
same way.
Listen,
Sorry about
man.
that.
Nah, it's good, man.
I
We're
don't
gonna
know-
make it
I
through.
don't know what
It's
happened.
see, you gotta realize it's the lights too.
It
you
was
know what
on
I'm saying?
70 when we started, and it went
Yeah,
up.
it'll climb. No, it's
Okay.
all good.
Oh yeah, that was an amazing interruption right there.
Yeah,
Hey, we
absolutely.
over
man.
here
We
sweating.
we sweating it down, yo.
we
But we do this for you guys.
labor of love.
That's
And
it,
so,
man.
so the question is delusion a necessity for greatness? Because this guy made it to the NBA, and he didn't just play 1 year and was out. He had an NBA career, and he
Yeah.
was a great college player.
Oh yeah.
Is
Top-tier
delusional
college
a
player.
necessity?
You know, I think delusion can be used, can be a tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to get more into like the definition of delusion, I did pull it up just so we can kind of have
Oh,
a
I like
basis
that. Okay, there we
to
go.
what we're talking
I
about.
like
'Cause this is the
definitions.
key. And I got a little scripture. We'll get into that too, but let's go back here and get that definition. I want to read this to you guys. So, delusional, having false or unrealistic beliefs or opinions. Ironically enough, the sentence used as an example says senators who think they would get an agreement on a comprehensive tax bill are delusional.
How about
They
that?
rightfully are. Second definition is like a psychiatry definition, maintaining fixed false beliefs even when confronted with facts, usually as a result of mental illness. So using that as a kind of baseline of our definition here, is delusion a requirement for greatness? I think you sometimes have to believe beyond what you can see, which is what we call faith.
Yeah.
In order to make dreams come a reality. But I still believe there is a specific factual truth that you have to hold on to in order to get to greatness.
I think you have to be responsibly delusional, which means you say, I am nice. I can go be delusional. Or you say, I'm not nice. I can't be delusional. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe was nice and he was like, I could be delusional. But me, I'm not nice like that. I couldn't be delusional.
I don't think delusion is a necessity for greatness.
Oh,
Not at all.
okay.
I think when you see people do great things, they're not delusional. They understand what you don't.
Ah.
And that's
Absolutely.
what's
I
different.
think that's what I just said, but just in a different way.
No, because when people say that, they oftentimes say like you have to believe beyond what's possible. But
Yeah.
no, you don't believe beyond what's possible. You understand this is what I can do. Knowing what I can do, let me do the math to see where this can go. And that's my real belief.
True.
Kobe thought he could be like Jordan, but Kobe had a skill set and a work ethic that produces results like Jordan. So he wasn't delusional at all. He knew what he could
like it.
do,
I like
and
it,
he
Miles.
produced it.
True. And I think when we say delusional, I wouldn't say it's a necessity for anything as far as being delusional, because I mean, if we look back at the definition, having false meaning the opposite of truth, which
Because all women are delusional and not many of them are great.
Oh my goodness,
we'll get into that here
he said that
momentarily.
by himself. Had nothing to do with
yeah,
that.
clip that part. Just take out all the context or the joking. You know, it's just that's exactly what it is.
Definitely take out the laughs.
Yeah. But yeah, so having a false or unrealistic belief or opinion. So if you don't believe something is realistic for you, or if somebody is telling me something, I'm like, that's literally unrealistic for you. Like, for instance, there was a meme of a young boy who was like, I want to be Mexican. And it's just like, he's a black boy. Like, you're never going to
It's
be
just not
Mexican.
gonna happen.
It's just not going to
that's
happen.
buddy.
You know, and that's just a delusion that's, you're going to have to get over. And I think there's hardcore facts and things that just can't happen. And I think there's people who strive to be something, and there's a small glimpse of a possibility that they can get there. So would I call that delusional? Because delusional, once again, is saying false.
Mm-hmm.
Is it false for you to believe that you can be a billionaire and you've never balanced a checkbook in your life, or never went to school, or never did anything? It looks unrealistic for you because you haven't had any practice, and you're trying to get this goal within a year's time. But it could happen with the right feet towards the right direction. Basically, it can.
A
Now
billionaire
the
in a
likelihood
year?
is, the
You married
likelihood
the right one.
exactly.
That's the only way.
That's the only way. But the likelihood of it happening is very slim to
Yeah.
none. So yeah, I mean,
I think my answer
believe in yourself.
kind of fits yours though. I think if you take stock in what you have,
Yeah.
you can dream more than the average person.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I also think that, like, just to further go along with that point, one of the most delusional things that we've heard is when the Wright brothers said that they're going to fly. That's bananas. We don't have that ability.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
But like I said, when you know your skill, your talent, what you're willing to work at, and you know how certain things work, all they have to do was figure out the math. They already knew the math was there. So that part wasn't even the reason they knew that they could fly. The reason they had that delusional belief is because what they already knew, not thought, not hoped. They knew. They just had to figure out, okay, how do I get to it? And that's what, people say you have to, dream beyond what's possible. No. You should allow yourself to understand. You need to learn what is possible. I think that's the biggest
what
thing.
it is.
Yes.
People
don't
put limits on things.
People don't know what's actually possible.
It took us a minute, but we got it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it
we
right
get
there.
there we go.
Yeah.
We
They
uncovered.
don't know
it.
it's possible. Like Rashad McCants, he was delusional.
He would never get
because that
81
wasn't
points.
possible. He won't be in the game
Listen,
long
he
enough
could
to
have
score that
played.
many
He could have
points.
played 8 quarters.
If he puts up that many shots, he's getting taken out the game.
Well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing with Rashad. Like, if he was saying this and he was still in the league, then yeah, we would probably call him delusional a little bit. But it's just like, okay, it's a possibility you can get there, right?
No.
But listen, the ship has completely sailed, and I think the way he holds himself in regard to, like, the rest, like, by all means, like, the guy is entertaining. I love that he's an addition on the Gills Arena podcast. I think he's a great watch. Just because of what he adds to the
he's
to
crazy.
team.
The
'Cause he is
man
crazy.
averaged 10 points for his career.
Yeah, he averaged 10 points for his career. He only had 4 seasons in the league, right?
It looks like 5.
4 or 5, 4 full seasons.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And don't get me wrong, 10's amazing.
Listen,
You
to
better
average
than-
double digits in the NBA,
I'm not disrespecting you.
You're-
I just
you're
feel like you're
very solid.
disrespecting Kobe.
You're very
when you
solid
say
to average
that.
10.
But the thing is, and he also got into another spat with Darren Williams, Raymond Felton, and Charlie Villanueva, all who had better overall careers or longer stints in the league than him. Now, of course,
Both.
you can argue that Charlie maybe wasn't like a scorer on the level of him or anything like that, but Charlie had a longer career. He played his role. He did his thing.
Charlie
There's
was
a
definitely
whole
better.
nother rabbit hole to dive in with that, as far as them addressing each other, as well as Raymond Felton, Darren Williams. But like Darren Williams, multiple time All-Star,
Yeah, Williams was
multiple
nice.
play, like the dude. Yeah, if it wasn't for, I think it was like back injuries in his later
Yeah,
career, I don't know.
nice.
Yeah,
He would have had a
was-
longer
He was
career.
Utah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he-
Darren
Utah
Williams
popular,
was
yeah.
arguably the best point
He
guard in the
was.
league
He
at
was-
certain
he
parts.
had he had a moment.
Oh yeah, Darren
sure.
Williams was really, and he, like I said, I think 6-time All-Star or something like that, close to there, 4-time
Yeah, he
or
did his
something like that.
thing.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, when other people have clearly accomplished more than you in your field of work, it's okay to be like, you know what? Yes, they had a better career than me. You can believe that you were a better player, and guess what? You could possibly be right.
Mm-hmm.
You just didn't get the opportunity to showcase to yourself at the best of your ability or what have you for whatever reason. Sure, I believe there's thousands of people out there who are getting the league and wreak havoc, but they just never got their opportunity. It has a lot to do with luck too. I get it, but now it's time for you to be realistic about the cold hard facts of your career, because it's already said and done, as well as these other guys, and be like, hey, I am not that guy.
It's not, and plus,
And it's okay.
let me just so you guys know, this is what I mean by knowing what you can do and knowing what's possible.
Dude
for
compared
you.
himself to Kobe.
But
Like, he
let me
didn't
show
compare
you something,
himself
though.
to an all-star.
Let me show you. But hold on.
He compared himself to Kobe Bryant.
A person that some
he
people
never
call the
was
GOAT.
an all-star. He couldn't
Never.
even. He wasn't an all-star. He wasn't the best player on his team.
That's wild.
But
yo.
but just
That-
get this though.
Honestly, that's like me comparing my rapping to Kendrick Lamar.
These are the people that have. Kobe scored 81. He said he can get 81. These are the people that have scored 70 in an NBA game. Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, David Thompson, David Robinson, Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Elgin Baylor, Joel Embiid, Devin Booker. You know what they all have in common that he does not have? we knew each and every one of them. Or they were all expected to be really good. And by the end of their rookie season,
Dude, I ain't know.
each and every one of them
I
we
ain't
knew.
know McCann until I started
Well,
watching.
this is the
Gil's
thing.
Arena.
I will say this: McCants coming out of college was highly touted.
But that's why
People-
I said by the end of their rookie,
Yeah.
all of them, by the end of their rookie seasons, whatever they did, we'd be like, oh, that's impressive. But it was, none of it would have been, except for Kobe scoring 81, because we didn't even know that could happen again.
If that man didn't wear a crown, I wouldn't know who he is. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm there to watch.
It's
Gil
funny
say something
because
crazy.
it is funny because that's a lot of people's testimony when it comes to Rashad McCants. It's like after Gil's Arena, he's become more popular than he was ever when he was in the league.
By far.
By far.
And
that's from proxy of his delusion and like him being adjacent to Gil, which Gil's a character. People love Gil.
Yeah. But yeah.
yeah.
But that's,
so I got a question.
go ahead.
Is there anything you guys are delusional about, or people
You
would
know
say
what?
delusional?
Delusional about?
I don't know. I got
I
some
don't
big
know, man.
goals, but I don't think I have anything people would say
Listen,
is delusional.
and maybe that's my problem. Maybe
Maybe that's my delusion. I don't think it's delusional.
Maybe I need to be a little bit more what they call delusional when it comes to certain things. So that I think, like I said, I think there could be value in it as far as getting you to a place. Like when people truly like believe this is gonna break for me, this is gonna be my way, they'll do any and everything because they believe like that's what it's gonna be. You know, and some people would call that delusion. I mean, just how we address it in this day and age. I would like like Miles was saying earlier, it's more so of a focus and also like people are putting together the puzzle or the equation to get to a place and they're not letting anybody deter them. I'll more so attribute it to like steadfastness. It's like, I'm not going to give up on this thing. I don't care what it may look like to you. And people outside looking in will call that delusion. Now, of course, it just depends on what it is, though. It's just like for instance, if a woman is trying to get at me and get me to get away from my wife, she's delusional.
She's delusional.
Crazy.
In her, she thinks there's some type of pattern or goal, but it's just like, no, it's not going to happen.
You wasting your time, sweetheart.
Exactly.
That was a good example.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
example.
Write that one down.
Do you have something you're delusional about?
Yeah, my earning potential. I'm gonna get rich.
You see, I don't think that's delusional.
Nah.
Though. In America today,
Maybe somebody
know
at your
how
job
much-
thinks that's
If
delusional.
y'all saw me
for
on
you.
the stock market today, I thought I was rich.
but see that further
went
goes to show
in.
my point though. In America today, what amount of money is actually unattainable? Like you see people from all walks of life reaching ridiculous levels of financial wealth.
Yeah, sure.
The only thing that might be delusional is if you say you're going to get it tomorrow. But if you're just saying I'm going to earn X amount of money, anything could happen in the next 10 years.
For sure. You can go viral for the dumbest thing and make millions of dollars.
Why y'all think I be running my mouth?
Listen,
on here?
the girl made a Dr. Pepper jingle.
That wasn't
Dr.
good.
Pepper, baby, is good and nice, but
Do-do-do.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
good.
gonna lie.
my bad. See, it wasn't good enough for me to
It's
remember.
not
Oh,
even a good
you're
jingle.
right. It actually is, but
I
I don't know. Who knows? We don't freaking know.
We don't care.
Listen, we ain't Dr. Pepper. We ain't pay her.
Yeah, we don't drink Dr. Pepper.
But listen, hey, $2 billion.
See what I'm saying?
She got on Super Bowl.
What the heck?
Everything like
It's Berry Splash, baby. It's good and nice, but
that's literally what people have been doing. Literally,
the Hidden Valley Ranch one.
yeah.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Yeah, she
That
was
Hidden
going
Valley
crazy.
Ranch go crazy. They actually need to. Ranch is using that TikTok. They're using that sound on TikTok.
sure, for
they need
sure.
to pay these ladies.
But ultimately, like kind
No.
of what you
I'm sorry if I'm a businessman and y'all put it out there for free. I'm using it for free.
listen.
I'm not
Like
paying
I
none
was
of y'all.
saying, in
Jeez.
regards to like things can be attained in any time,
In an
like
instant,
on
seemingly.
accident. Like the other example I was gonna give was that girl who was singing that funeral song. It was like 1, 2, 3,
Oh, I seen
release
that.
it.
She was on the
Like,
Super Bowl thing.
Exactly.
I was like, what? And that song was trash.
It was, but guess what? And she know people think it was trash, but the fact of the matter is she was serious
She
about
kept
it,
going.
and she kept going. And guess what?
Somebody liked it. She getting requested at funerals.
Exactly.
So somebody like it. Yeah, that
It's
was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
You
anything
ain't
can
seen
happen.
the mouse?
I don't know what it is, but if it's bad,
Dude,
it's crazy.
Yeah, we're about to show
just
it to
type
you.
in 1, 2, 3, release them on TikTok and
Yeah.
just go down the rabbit hole. But like literally so, who knows? Even this podcast, something we could say or do or whatever could go
Yeah,
completely viral and provide,
and I'm with it.
hey, let it
I
happen.
know, because these pastors in Atlanta, they get big and they make a lot of money, and they be having major flocks following them, and
And they don't do nothing but preach heresy.
They shouldn't get.
We can get into that.
Dang. Should we talk about that right now? 'Cause
Nah, not right
we
now.
ain't got time
But
for that. We ain't got time
I was
for
gonna
that.
say we
come
get
back
into
next
that
week. I
next
got
time.
some
Yeah,
fire for
we
y'all
ain't
next
got-
week.
yeah.
But man, ultimately though, I think people who we say are delusional, or when you use the word delusion, I'm just going to talk to the people here.
Mhm.
Make sure you're using it appropriately. I think sometimes what we call delusion isn't delusion. It's just people who really have a strong belief in what they believe that they can do. And even if we don't see it, it could be a possibility for them. But then again, if your kid is telling you he wants to be Mexican and he's a black child, he unfortunately can't. He can't become Hispanic,
But
he can learn Spanish.
he can have Hispanic children.
Yeah,
He can't have
exactly.
Hispanic
Yeah,
children.
you got
can
to
learn.
take what you can get.
He can move to Mexico.
Exactly. He can immerse himself. He can do all those things, but he's never gonna be He's never gonna be
Still
Mexican.
gonna be black.
Now he can be accepted, and maybe that's all that he
He
needs.
become a
right?
citizen.
Exactly.
You know what? That's good enough sometimes.
That's-
Exactly,
that's all
man.
it is.
Now, what do you think? Do you think there's anything biblically adjacent in regards to delusion? Do you think there was anybody in the Bible who was delusional?
I think, David. But are you delusional when God gives you a promise? That's the real question.
Can't be.
I don't think there's. I think what we often call delusion exists in the Bible, because I think when you have faith and you know that a thing is possible, if other people don't know it, they'll call you delusional.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
What were
But-
they calling Noah, man?
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, now Noah.
listen.
Now Noah being an alcoholic, I definitely would have been like, was that God I heard, or was I just drinking too much? Like,
Did we just have a good night?
I would have to double check. That's
That's
funny.
just But like, we would easily call that delusion.
Yeah, for sure.
In this day and age, with no context, we'd be like, "What is
it had
going
never
on?"
rained. So, let's say it's a
That's
guy.
crazy.
Let's say it's a guy out there building something that floats on air, and he's like, "Yeah, what's going to happen is the oxygen level is going to rise. There's going to be too much oxygen for y'all. It's going to kill people down here. But if you get on this, you'll float to the top where it's safer." What are you talking about, bro? What,
None of that
what is in
checks
your
out.
cup?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I
Yep.
think the only level of delusion that we see in the Bible is pride.
Mm-hmm.
When you have
Mm.
too much faith, when you think too highly of yourself, you've gone
Mhm.
beyond what is true, beyond what is
that'll
real,
Speak.
beyond what is actually likely, like possible, not just likely, what's actually possible for you. Because you think I'm just the greatest thing since sliced bread, when the truth of the matter is you are just as human as the rest of us. You become delusional.
Exactly. When you place your wants and needs over what Christ has in plan for you, or even just in plan for His people, like, you're delusional because you literally aren't in control.
Yeah, when you think you made something happen.
Exactly.
Delusional.
They're like, everything is by the grace of God, bro.
Exactly.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God could just turn your heart off.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying?
Anytime.
And people be like, look what I did. I'm like, oh, you better slow
Man,
down, buddy.
Calm down.
Yeah.
By the grace of
Yeah,
God.
I think pride is the real delusion.
for
Good,
sure.
man. That's good. I could preach that.
Sure
That's
can.
good, man.
And I might preach it. Somebody just asked me to speak next month sometime.
Do you have an honorarium, or do you preach for free?
For speaking engagements, I have something, but I've never asked for money to preach.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going to a church and demanding money. Now
Yeah.
I will let them know what it costs for me to get there, and if they can't cover it, I don't know
I'ma
if
tell
I
you
got
right
it to
now.
get there right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I got an honorarium
Oh,
You got
okay.
honorarium?
because I don't really preach. So if you ever ask me to preach, you're gonna have to
This
pay
something
me.
special.
You're gonna have to pay me because,
Yeah.
not to say it's incapability of mine. It's just something that I don't do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah,
That makes sense.
If you want it
Oh,
to
and
happen.
I'm not against honorariums. I'm just talking about my personal.
Yeah, I'm,
Nah,
I'm
I'm
not
just
either.
playing.
I
I'm
just
just
I've
saying.
never. It's kind of like you know how we used to dance all the time.
Now that deserves an honorarium.
We should have been getting paid.
Nah, I don't
But
believe
we
it.
never.
Nah.
The dances, they weren't good enough for me to pay y'all.
Get out of here. Shoot.
That's a lie.
I
if ever
remember,
heard it.
listen,
Talk
I
about
remember every
delusion,
last one.
Yeah, we talking about delusion.
Listen. No, I'm kidding.
But seriously though, like I never thought about charging for us to dance. It was just ministry and it was fun. So people asked if as long as we could do it, we was there to do it.
Mhm.
I didn't realize what was going, and also I just didn't understand money at the time to
Yeah,
know
you
that
were-
we literally
You were
should
just
have.
junior
doing what
high,
your daddy
Exactly.
told. Your daddy said, "Go and dance."
Yeah,
And Negro, you
feel
go
me?
dance.
You dance, boy.
That's right.
What
You
they-
better do it.
But
Yeah.
that's
What they
kind of
say,
how
Tory
I feel.
Taylor? Dance.
That's hilarious. But that's how I kind of feel about preaching. I've never thought about asking for it. And come to think of it, like maybe sometimes I should say something to somebody like, "Hey,
I just don't take myself that seriously, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, like
I leave that for the bishops and stuff like
my
that.
thing is, I think it's. I mean, maybe this is just my suggestion for you. Like, I think if it's within reason, like if it's just like, hey, you gotta go out of your way, or what have you.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like then it's just like, okay, like I would like some compensation.
if
in
you
the
want me
sense
to
that-
come to Kansas, I
Yeah,
gotta
if
take
you
a
really
day
want
off
me to be-
work.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah, and it's just like this is not what I do full time, so it's just I don't, my flexibility isn't quite where most people's maybe
Mhm.
are that can just go and drop. Go
But if
and
they
do
like,
it.
can you drive 20 minutes and come preach tonight? Not tonight, because you asked me tonight. The answer's no. But next week, and
yeah, I'll probably be there."
I'll be there.
Yeah.
For sure.
I've
Yeah.
never thought about
I
that.
think, but you know what? Honestly, let's just be real. I think it's very polite of a place that's inviting someone to ask.
I would never ask and not give somebody something.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you.
You ask, and if they say yes, I have require honorarium, and this is what I want, and you can't afford it, then you move on.
Yeah, that's what I'm agreeing with you. Like, if I'm asking somebody to come speak, I'm prepared to give them.
something.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you be upfront and be like, listen, we would love to have you.
We could cook
can't
for
do
you."
this. We can cook for you. We can provide transportation, and the offering that we raise that night will give you this amount or
Yeah.
whatever X amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that makes sense.
so and that's what a lot of times happens. But yeah, there's you present options though, but I believe in like you need to ask, or you need to
I mean, that's scripture. I'm drawing a blank, but something is worthy of their hire, labor is worthy of their pay.
Workman's- yeah.
Something like, y'all know y'all say it's in there somewhere.
Mhm.
I mean, the Bible makes it clear that preachers should be compensated.
Yeah.
In
For
fact,
sure.
you know, 3 John verse 2 is a verse we have to memorize.
Mhm.
But when I read the chapter, I realized the chapter is literally saying like, hey, financially partner with people that are coming and preaching. Like give to them, partner with them in the ministry.
Yeah.
In this way of finances, don't be like Satan and withhold that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, see, like when I see people do it full time, I expect them to be paid. I'm just not a full time. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like I don't take myself that seriously. But yeah,
Yeah.
like when you got a bishop, apostle, pastor, district elder, and all that stuff showing up,
I have a
yeah,
question.
they mean business.
No, I'm not. No, I'll get into that later. But yeah, I think finances are a tricky subject in church because churches are hyper focused on not loving money that we forget to use it and to generate it.
They don't love it, but them pastors sure got a lot of it.
What pastors?
I know. most pastors
no, not the
don't.
average pastor.
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm talking about the ones with a lot of it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
I was about to say, there's. I was just watching something today talking about how there's a shortage of pastors and a shortage of people coming out of seminary going into the pasture
Yeah, people
because
need to go. Y'all know what I
because
bought?
they don't pay enough.
Y'all know what I bought today? I bought a textbook on Koine Greek.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say systematic theology.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I told y'all I've been trying to learn it. So I finally bought my textbook today so
Yeah.
I can sit down and start the course.
That's good.
Dope.
Mhm.
That's good. All right,
Yeah,
Pastor
man.
Leonard.
I don't think I'll ever be a pastor.
Yeah, being a
Oh,
pastor.
And that is okay.
I don't think so. I love God and I love people. I love teaching.
But to be a
I
pastor is a
don't
whole other
love
thing.
The Bible says pastors watch over your soul. I'm good. That sounds like a lot of responsibilities.
That is.
I'm good.
That is a big responsibility.
for somebody else.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to pastors
Shout
all
out
around
to
who do it the right
pastors.
way.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to our pastors, man. We love y'all. 'Cause
Yeah,
what y'all deal
absolutely.
with, we can never.
I couldn't.
And this is why pastors deserve to be paid. Because you're not
Absolutely.
going to tell me I'm supposed to be responsible
Listen,
for
you
your
know-
soul
listen.
and I can't generate a check.
You know how
You're
many
crazy.
brother, man, you know how many true pastors out there who don't like, you know how many hats they wear? Like
Bro,
all that they
this
have
is-
to do.
This is why there's starting to be, in some denominations, there's literally a shortage of pastors. There's literally people going to seminary and then not going into pastoring because to do the actual job of being a pastor is too much
When I-
and it don't pay
See, that's the
enough.
thing. Seminary is great, and this we can get into this later, but like
I love seminary.
mentorship is greater.
Yes.
Let me tell you, mentorship is greater than just getting the knowledge. Like there's a
Go
pair.
ahead, 'cause
There's a
I'm
pair.
with you. I'm agreeing with
There's
you.
a pair in there because guess what? Like when you have a mentor or somebody who is experienced or at where you want to be, and they give you the tools because they're going to give you everything outside of just the black and white. They're going to give you the gray. They're going to give you everything, all the different colors of what's going on. And when you don't sit under somebody before you assume a position, you're going to have issues.
Bro, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like the more you study, the more you begin to value orthodoxy. One issue we have with Protestantism.
Folks that ain't orthodox.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Protestants is that they swear that the Holy Spirit told them to start a church and they ain't got no connection, no accountability, no nothing. And they just go out, no mentorship, nothing. And they just go hop out there and start a church. And I'm like, who are you accountable to? Who is watching you? Who is leading you, guiding you, giving you steps, direction? Who?
Yeah. And listen,
I got the Holy Spirit.
I'm all for like because there's pastors who we've known or grew up seeing who that was their mentality. They just started the church, but at least they went at some point to go find some accountability to somebody, like to where it was somebody holding them to a higher standard who was above them per se in some sense of the word.
That's how Bishop became a bishop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is like even how Bishop became a bishop. Bishop, you heard the story. He wasn't trying to be a bishop.
Yeah, what I'm saying is
They
there
said,
were people.
in order to do this,
Yeah,
you got to be the bush.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's my
They
point though.
installed
There were other people coming to him to
Exactly.
learn, and because he was operating in that role,
Exactly.
he ended up becoming a bishop
Yeah.
because people who didn't have the mentorship were coming to him to get it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta have it, man. You need the Bible shows like Timothy, but Paul was Timothy's spiritual father. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible keeps consistently shows that relationship between leaders and their spiritual fathers, so to speak. Yeah,
And
man,
even
you gotta
Paul,
have it.
this is what's crazy. Larry made a funny joke about Paul. Maybe we'll say it later. But Paul, who knew all that he knew already of the Old Testament, before he began preaching, after he's on the road to Damascus and he has his moment with Jesus, has 3 years of learning before he began. He already is a master of all the scripture before.
Yeah, that's all. A lot of people don't notice about Paul. It says he was a Pharisee of Pharisees. More than likely, he had the Old Testament memorized. Paul was extremely intelligent to hold his office. Yeah, I had made a joke. I forget exactly how it goes, but I was like, I think I was saying that the Bible doesn't require you to have perfect theology. But I think God got tired of his disciples just messing up, so he was like, "Let me get somebody to actually know what they're talking about." And he went and got Paul. He was like, "Hey, you at least know the scriptures.
We gonna get you together.
right.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I don't know what they talking about over here.
These boys.
Exactly, man.
So yeah,
But that's a whole nother thing right there. Like how you don't need perfect theology to go to heaven, but to be a minister, I wouldn't say you need perfect theology, but you definitely got to have good theology. Because a part of being a pastor, according to the scripture, is rebuking bad theology. That's a part of the role. And so if you have people who aren't doing that, they're doing their job
Mm.
There's a lot of pastors I love.
Have you seen this? Man, there's a recent clip. I meant to send it to y'all. I forget.
Should have sent it. Man.
I'm gonna find it after the pod before I go. But there was this young man. He's a pastor. Looks like a real small congregation, and he was, I guess, was giving words. And there was a young lady or an older lady in the audience, basically like kind of rebuking him, saying like, "Hey, you're off because you speaking in tongues. Interpret them." Like she was getting on him.
She's wrong.
On that, listen, in the middle of service, right? And she said something about like, "You've condemned me to hell or tell me I was going to hell like 6 times here while we were like," she was making some points.
You gonna have to send me that.
I'm gonna send it to you. She was making some points. Now, of course, there's a whole, okay, is it out of order? And the guy, the preacher was like listening. It was like, "Okay, ma'am, I'm trying to get her, like, you're interrupting the service. Like, if you you could address this later, whatever." And then eventually kicked her out, right? But it's just like when it comes to rebuking, if I see that in the house, I know I'm somewhere right. And of course, obviously, you got to have backstory because there's some
reason
because there's some folks that's getting rebuked that don't deserve rebuking.
Yeah,
but at the same time, like that's what you want to see. You're seeing the perfecting of people, especially people who are in leadership. Their leaders should be able to get on them and be like, "Hey, you ain't doing right here. You need to get it together."
And all rebukes should be done in love.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say there's a lot of pastors I absolutely love. I love their ministry. I love them as a person. And I wish that they would just take a seminary class.
Yeah.
Like just...
It would help a lot.
Just take, what's it called? Survey? Old Testament survey.
New Testament survey.
Please. Just those two. Because, man, the amount of times I sit in church and I be like, it's not salvific what you're talking about, but you're wrong. You out of context.
Yeah.
You misquoting. You quoting from a bad translation. You quoting scripture that we know for a fact that ain't scripture. Y'all know that? Crazy. Y'all know the verse, there are 3 that bear witness in heaven, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and these 3 are one.
Yeah.
It's not a Bible verse at all. We know that for a 100% fact, and which is why none of the newer Bibles have it in there.
Yep.
And they're like, "See, that's the Trinity." I'm like, I believe in Trinity, but that's not.
And you don't need
verse.
that to prove the Trinity.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just seems like the more you study, the more you would wish for other people to study.
Yeah.
But all you need to do is believe in Jesus.
That's it.
So at the end of the day.
But even that though, do you know how many people don't believe that Jesus is who Jesus said he is?
Yeah.
They don't believe that Jesus is I am.
Listen. This is what I know about Jesus. All things were made through him and by him. And without him, there was nothing made that was made. And listen, if you made everything you got.
Yeah.
That's kind of how that works. That's
case closed.
That's just how that works. But yeah, I've been looking at a lot of stuff and realizing like it makes more sense now when Jesus said there'll be people saying, "Lord, Lord, did we do this in your name?" And by the way, just saying Lord, Lord like that likely means that they were recognizing Jesus as God. But that's more study, and when you do the study, you start to learn that.
I like this verse. That verse supports once saved, always saved. But keep going.
I'm not going into that. But anyways,
I love it.
The fact that Jesus said that is kind of crazy. But the more I learn, the more I study, the more I realize there's a lot of people who haven't accepted Jesus as the God that we believe he is. And they believe that everything that they do is okay, but they deny.
Well, there's a verse that says even the demons believe. People think that believing is not enough. It's not. But belief is all you need. What do I mean? That's why in the book of James is like, okay, you got faith, but you ain't got no works. That kind of faith is useless. You need a faith that is alive.
Come on now.
So anyway, I can go on there. I can do this all day, but love God, love people. That's all I'm gonna say. Absolutely. And next week we're gonna talk about why women shouldn't pastor. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
I think that's a good place to end. Let's end on that bad take. I'm just kidding.
No, next week though, let's talk about this. Pastor with a 13-year affair with one of his assistant pastors.
Yeah.
I thought he was saying year old girl. My heart was. Yeah, I'm glad.
Jesus,
that is a long affair.
That's a long time.
We're going to
That's
dig
a
into
marriage.
Yeah,
We're
It's a
going
second
to
marriage.
dig into
He
it.
should just marry her and been polygamous.
Man,
It's
guess
crazy,
what?
but
Affair.
listen.
Wait a minute. So that means he was married to someone else for longer than the 13 years.
We're going to dig into it
Okay,
next week.
yeah. We're gonna
and
talk
all
about
I'll
that.
say this week is Atlanta, please find people that actually study the scripture.
And with that,
This is the 3 Good Guys podcast. We out.